All right, is your New Year's resolution to get fit? Of course it is. So what are you going to do to be successful?
Personal trainer Joe Carabassi is here with some tips that you can even do in your own house, which I think is where Joe is. Hi, Joe.
What up, guys? How are you today?
We're excellent.
Happy New Year.
Joe, I want to just
Happy New Year.
Want to let you know, I got on the scale yesterday, 200 pounds. That's the closest I've been to 199 in 2.5 years. So I'm making a little headway.
You know what? I was going to tell you, you're looking leaner, man. I'm happy for you. The hardest part is to start.
Yeah, so it is to start. And now that I'm started, I want to just keep going, and then they throw pizza in your face for lunch.
Well, let's talk about that. Why do our resolutions fail, and how do you make them stick?
Well, we'll talk about the resolutions in a second, but that you hit on something that is a massive problem. And I guess a lot of people maybe are working at home, but the corporate setting can be difficult because you might have all the intentions in the world and you walk in and there's catering or there's whatever else. So it can be tough, but hey, give yourself a small allowance, accept it, and then just move forward. But always prepare, bring your food. But in terms of resolutions, I'm glad you asked, because right now is that time of year where we're excited, we're refreshed, we want to start a new time, a new goal. And so when a lot of people set goals, the problem is we sort of overestimate what we can do in a short period of time and underestimate what can be accomplished over the course of the year. And so I always encourage people, first and foremost, to absolutely positively think big. What is it that you want? How do you want to feel 1 year from today? How do you want to look 1 year from today? But think of it in terms of a longer period of time. But with that, the big, this is like where the mistake happens, is we need to understand that for every goal, there are going to be downsides and sacrifices. And I think too often we set goals without thinking about what those downsides are. So we get, when life sort of hits us and the motivation wears off, we're kind of stuck with, the chaos of it all. And so if we can plan from the start that there's going to be ups and downs and we can accept what those downs will be, then you're going to be much better prepared to weather the storm.
But I like what you said about let's just say we're going back to the slice of pizza. Yeah, if you have the slice of pizza, it's not the end of the road. You get right back on it, you look back, you put it in its place, and then you move forward, and you got to say, all right, it's not the rest of the, you're not wrecking the rest of the day, just move forward.
Look, I tell everybody, if you can remember these three things every single day, like not just when you're motivated, but every single day, start where you are, do what you can, no matter what that looks like, do your best, make the best decision that you can each and every day, each and every meal, and then keep moving forward. And so when you do have that slice of pizza, you eat off your diet, you miss a workout, all is not lost. It's just a small, tiny snapshot that you will not even remember 10 years from now. So forget about it, and just move forward. And so if you can do those three things, and Scott, back to the pizza, because like we all love pizza, right?
Yeah.
This is a conversation I have with all of my clients, and I always try to get everybody to do this. And so I'm a firm believer that you need to have what you want in your life, whether that's wine, pizza, whatever it is. And so the best way to control that is to frame it from the perspective of strength versus acceptance. And so I actually have clients put a Post-it note near their wine glasses, near their refrigerator, wherever else, where they're going to, on one side of the paper, write strength, on the other side of the paper, write acceptance. And every time they go for that thing, they have to stop and see that Post-it note. And just that awareness is huge. And the times that they don't go for that glass of wine, they make a little tally for strength. For the times they do go for that glass of wine, go for acceptance. Because we too often judge ourselves for being human, and that is the most debilitating way to go about it.
Yeah. Well, and so many people have a resolution of, I like what you said about micro steps, right? Because if you're like, I'm going to lose all this weight, and then you don't figure out how you're going to do it. So what's something simple that people could maybe do as a challenge so we can make room and create that new habit?
Absolutely. Well, I think nutrition is a good place to start, because a lot of meal plans, and there's so much, the problem with nutrition is there's so much noise. Do I do keto? Do I do paleo? Do I do macros? Like, there's just so many options. And so there's a lot of confusion. And so what I like to do is just make it very simple and just start in order of these three things. Let's just start there. We can always expand upon them. First and foremost, are you drinking enough water per day? Now, you don't need to carry this meathead water bottle, but you do want to try to have half your body weight in ounces of water per day. The best way to accomplish that is to buy a big water bottle and set an alarm throughout the day 2 or 3 times. Make it your goal to finish your water bottle by those times. The next thing that everybody could benefit from is having 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight of protein per day. And so if let's just say I'm 208 pounds, my ideal body weight, because I'm bulking right now for my bodybuilding, is about 212, 215. So I want to have at least that many grams of protein per day.
I am also, oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm bulking up for my competition as well.
Let me see the double bicep. Nice. Nice. Hey, man.
All right, thank you.
Good.
And is that the same for women? If they say, hey, I want to be 120 pounds, they should be having 120 grams of protein?
Yeah, in fact, I will tell you this. I would say about 95% of the women that I work with undereat their protein. And it's actually more of a biological thing. Men just generally tend to crave more protein than women. And women, it tends to be like more insulin, sugar, carb-based. And that's not, those are generalities, but they are patterns. And a lot of times I find with my clients early on, they're not having enough protein. And that makes a significant difference. What protein will do is help your body recover, which means your workouts need recovery after.
Yeah.
And so after your workouts, you want to add the fuel so that you can get toned, you can get defined. And it's protein satiating. So it makes you more full. And there's also a thermo benefit of protein in that when you eat protein, it's harder for your body to digest. In other words, your body burns calories to digest the protein. And so because of that, you're actually burning calories through the digestive process.
Well, I apologize. I cut you off before number 3. Did we get to number 3 that you were talking about?
We didn't, but this is from we've all probably heard before, but it's so important, which is have 3 servings of vegetables per day. Now, this is so important these days more than ever with all that's going on with the viruses and stuff, because vegetables are loaded with not just nutrients, but micronutrients and vitamins, things that are going to be good for our immune system. And so green vegetables are great, but use a lot of different colors. And here's a big misnomer about vegetables. We've often heard, okay, you have to have raw vegetables. Raw vegetables are the best. Well, look, first of all, some people just don't like raw vegetables. And look, if I like to remove friction for my clients. Like if we can bypass, like I'm not going to make you do something you don't want to do. So how can we get you to do it? So in other words, if you want to cook them, you want to bake them, roast them, you want to microwave them, then go for that. And the other thing about raw vegetables is some of us can't even digest it. We don't have the enzymes. So we feel really bloated after.
All right. Well, Joe Carabasi, we appreciate all of your advice, and we appreciate the way you look as well.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Joe. And Joe has a YouTube channel. It's like having your own personal trainer. We're going to have a link to that on greatdayct.com. You can follow him there. He's been on the body shredding and building journey. It's amazing how he changes his physique.
Absolutely. And speaking of fitness, it's a ski and snowboarding delight out there. Courtney Zeller is live at Mount Southington with more. How are you, Courtney?
Hi.
Hi.
You know, speaking of exercise, this is a great way to burn calories, right? Yeah, see, they're excited to be here today, and I think they want to be on TV, clearly, but take a look over here. There's a lot of talented skiers and snowboarders, and you can see it is packed. A lot of kids, a lot of families. This is actually the line, believe it or not, to get on the lift. But it is moving quickly. You know, we've been out here for quite some time. You know, everyone's saying these conditions are amazing. Southington got 9.5 inches of snow. Many people are happy to be here.
It's just fun, and when I'm bored and when there's drama, I just come here and it takes all away.
This is my first year snowboarding. I used to be a skier for like about 6 years. And yeah, I come here almost every day.
And Scott, people have been asking about you here. At least 4 to 5 people. They said you were doing a snow angel this morning or something. They want you to come out here and do that.
I would love to be with you, Courtney. Let me tell you. Courtney, do you ski or snowboard or anything?
No.
Nah.
Listen, I hibernate in the winter. I'd rather be on a beach, maybe sipping a mojito.
I get it. I get it.
But it is fun. I I'd like to eventually, maybe I'll get into it one year. Maybe this year is it. I don't know. But I'm a summer girl. I love the jet ski and the beach, you know.
All right, that's perfect. Well, we want to thank you, Courtney Zeller, live at Mount Southington.
Mount Southington, right in Southington. Yeah,
Mount
it's great. It's so
Southington,
great
yes.
to get the kids out there. Thank you. I know we were just there a few days ago. It wasn't even, the conditions weren't quite as great, but my son still loved it. I mean, it's just such a great thing to get the kids and the family out there.
Absolutely. And they're open till 10 tonight.
Oh, open till 10. That's
Yeah,
great.
the kids
It's a
love to
little
do the night
skiing.
skiing too. And I know also if you head out to New Hartford, Sundown's open. So all the ski resorts are just happy to be getting
All
lots
right.
of stuff.
Thank you, Courtney. We appreciate it. Come on back safely, okay?
All right. See you guys. Yep.
All right, still ahead on Great Day Connecticut. How to make money in 2022. We all want to know how to make money.
Maybe a lot of it. We're talking to a woman who started her own business. She used to be a nurse. Now she's a millionaire, and she wants other moms to be able to do the same thing.